What's up guys, it's Eric Kelly, aka the Tech Gentleman, bringing you guys just a quick video. I wanted to go over some of the changes that I noticed on the Z Fold 6 from the One UI 7 update that just rolled out, and also let you guys know that I'll be switching my SIM card from the S25 Ultra, which I'm using to record this talking headshot, into the Fold 6, just so I can get acclimated to One UI 7 on a foldable before the Fold 7 actually comes out in June or July. So if you guys have any comments or questions, anything you want to know about the Fold 6, about One UI 7 on a fold, hit me up in the comment section below, or Facebook, Threads, whatever. I have links in the description below, and I'll make sure to get back to you. But let's take a look at some of the changes that I've noticed right quick. So some of the big changes that I've noticed on the fold when it comes to One UI 7 definitely has to be some of the UI flourishes. They're kind of all over, but they really kind of combine to make a lot more pleasant of an experience. The old One UI 6 stuff wasn't bad. It's just better now. The animations are a little bit more fluid. It just works out a little bit better. So on the fold, you got your notification bar that's changed. So you got your notifications on one side, and you can swipe over and you have access to your full set of controls now. That's just easier to access, right? I can do that with one hand. If I'm on the home screen, I can swipe down. Don't have to worry about what side I'm on. Get notifications, swipe over, get all my controls. And if I need even more controls, I can pull down again. But I've got my main 8 right there. And then I have some other stuff that I might normally need to interact with. So my volume stuff, any media that's playing, I have it right there. I've got some of my SmartThings controls that I have access to. So it's just really a user-friendly experience that really helps make it a little bit more pleasant to use. And as you can see, I have music playing. And another thing that just makes it more pleasant to use is this pill that pops up. It shows your media, whether you're playing on your device or you're casting to another speaker or something like that. It'll show up there. You can tap it wherever you are on the phone, and you get this nice little pop-up that gives you controls. And they're very useful controls, right? I can like this song, I can pause, play, obviously. I can actually scrub through the song as well, get plenty of information on it. And like I said, this works for stuff playing natively on your phone or stuff that's just playing in your house. So if my kids have a Nest speaker somewhere playing something, maybe it's, a song that I don't want them to hear or I don't like, hit this, hit next. It'll take that stuff to the next song and we're ready to go. So really like that option right there. And for one of the next things, I want to open it up, and with it being a foldable, you have, your multitasking, right? That's pretty important. I like that the new little taskbar just kind of pops up here pretty conveniently. This way I don't have to go back into my device. I don't have to go back to the home screen. I can just, wherever I am, pop this up. I have access not only to all my apps, but I also have access to my apps from the home screen as well. So I got my Google stuff, I got my media here, I've got my IoT stuff, and I've got my social stuff. And also it gives you the last couple of apps you've used recently as well. So that's one of the things that I accidentally found it, and when I did, I was just like, oh, that's nice. I use that a lot because I'm the kind of guy who I used to use the little edge bar over here pretty heavily. I used to go in here and basically create these folders in the edge bar, so I had access to them from wherever. It was something that was always out the way, and I could just call it up whenever I wanted. But now I pretty much will go in here and reserve this for my little duo pairs and stuff like that, my little layouts. But I'm just liking the direction that they're going. Some people say it's more Apple-like, which, I'm not an Apple hater. Apple's just not for me. They do some things good and they have some good UI stuff. So, hey, take the best, leave the rest. That's what I'm about. Some of the other stuff are just other little UI flourishes. So you have like charging animations. They're just give you more information, just different ways to interact with the device. It's very responsive and feels kind of lively and upbeat, which is something that I like. One of the other big areas of change, obviously, is going to be the camera, right? So they've completely overhauled the camera, and the UI for the camera has changed. The pretty much everything, even the little focus indicator there has changed, which I'm here for. One of the things I really do like, the little quick options here on the side. I like how it's kind of cleaning out the way. You can tap it and call it up and get access to all this stuff. So it's not on the screen all the time, but I can call it up whenever I want to. And I like that they've added exposure here. And one of the things that if you've ever used a Samsung device and had any complaints is the exposure on this guy. They tend to overexpose stuff, so now I can quickly drop that down. And you also have the option for this to stay set, right? So if I really, my sweet spot for what I like is really, maybe half stop down, I can close the app out and come back in to the camera, and it'll still have that half a stop adjustment there. So I can just quickly start taking my shots and, be ready to go. I really like that as well. But like I said, guys, I will continue to put the Fold 6 through its paces. If you guys have any questions or if you notice anything different, hit me up. These are just some of the quick things that I noticed. But till next time, guys, I'll talk to you. Peace.